When they told me I had cancer, I couldn't breathe. When I told my doctor that I wasn't going down the traditional protocol route, she told me she did not believe that I would recover. The next conversation I had was with my children, Marlo and Seth. Today, they're 45 and 47. Then I had the conversation with my husband, Nevin. So I crawled into Nevin's lap, and we cried together. We picked ourselves up. For some reason, I knew that traditional protocols wasn't for me. Don't ask me why. I just knew that it wasn't for me. So now I'm alone in my living room on my beautiful hand needle-pointed area rug that looks like Monet's garden. And I fell to my knees, and I looked up, and I said, God, I know I'm not going to die. You're not going to do that to my children. It's not in our cards. Just tell me what you want me to learn. And so the journey began. Now, I know that we all have fear and we all have good intentions. Has anybody besides me made New Year's resolutions? Anybody besides me made New Year's resolutions? Oh, sorry. Anybody besides me made New Year's resolutions this year? Am I the only one that hasn't been to the gym yet? You know, we all have such incredible intentions, and then life gets in the way. We're busy, we're overwhelmed, we are bombarded with technologies, with carpools, with everything that's going on. So before we even get started, we feel guilty. And I am here to tell you that it's not your fault. It's just not your fault. There's too much information, and it's a tough road. And we have to go from here to here to here to here to get it all. And it is exhausting. Over and over, the men and women that I mentor tell me that they run out of gas, they weigh too much, and they're too overwhelmed to figure it out. So my goal today is to help you move from confusion to clarity. Take you from fear or anxiety, frustration, cross the bridge into joy, abundance, and most of all, gratitude. So in order to do that, I invite you to come with me into my land of gratitude and joy, because my goal is to give you tools that you can use that will help you forever make good choices and look and feel extraordinary. And let me tell you that, you know, I have a lot of energy. I'm a very, very positive person, but I want you to understand that there were many hours of tears. But I never felt that I was going to die, because I decided immediately to get into game mode. So what I'm going to invite you to do now, if you will do this little exercise with me, we can do it together. We all have fears, we all have challenges, we all have obstacles. I want everybody to close your eyes, take a deep breath, and I want you to think about some of those greatest obstacles and challenges that are in your way, and to imagine each one of them a red balloon with a long string. And then I want you to make a bouquet with these red balloons. And now I want you just to release them into the air. Okay, open your eyes. I want you to high five somebody near you and say, I'm free. High five somebody near you. I'm free. Say it like you mean it. I'm free.
Hey, Grandma. I'm
Free. They're gone. So, you know, it's interesting. You don't have to have cancer to feel lousy. And you don't often feel lousy when you have cancer. Interesting. I work with a lot of people that are in severe health challenges. Mostly I work with people who are touched by somebody in a health challenge and they just don't want to be next. And they're too busy to figure it out. So while you don't have to have cancer to feel lousy, you do have to have tools and clarity in order to move you forward. Because before we let those challenges go, we're always looking backwards. And we're driven, and our choices are made by an area of weakness and not by strength. So we're moving into the strength today. So we need to have clarity, and we need to have the tools in order to make good changes. So I didn't know what I didn't know until I faced death. And here's what I didn't know. My body was riddled with toxins and acidity. My immune system was in the tank. It's all about the immune system. No matter who you are, no matter how old you are, and no matter what you are facing. It's all about the immune system. And then I learned, because I had cancer, and I did some research, that cancer is an anaerobic cell, which means it cannot live in the presence of oxygen. So I was in a state that I had cancer, but people who have the same compromised immune system, their body speaks to them in other ways. And by the time you get cancer, something like cancer, your body has really spoken to you in many, many, many times. So what I do now is I ask myself, literally, I ask myself one question every single day. And the answer is always in the question. You want to get better answers? Learn to ask better questions. So I ask myself every single day, how can I get alkalinity and oxygen into my body today? That puts me in game mode, and it keeps me moving forward, and it keeps me doing the research on exactly what will help me and help you and build our immune system so that we can fight off whatever we're exposed to. Some people get cold, some people don't. So I want to share with you the number one secret that I learned and I put before everything else, because my business, Renewed Living, is all about making life easy for you. It has to be easy, it has to be doable, it has to be fun, and when you start to feel better, it's a lot of fun. So here is the number one secret that I learned that I have never found a doctor who gets paid when people are sick will never tell you. Remember, we want to know how to get alkalinity and oxygen in our body. Here it is. 80% of what goes in your body needs to be alkaline. It's not rocket science. People say to me, seriously, Elaine, all this buildup for that? It's that easy? You know what? It has to be that easy. Otherwise, you can't do it. Because we've already established everybody's busy and overwhelmed and doesn't have the time to figure it out. It must be that easy to work. 80% of what goes in your body needs to be alkaline. No matter what, it's what you eat or drink, 80%. So we're not taking the time right now to go through what do those foods and drinks look like, but if you know to do that, how can I get alkalinity and oxygen into my body today? Well, 80% of what I'm going to do is alkaline. And probably about almost 80% of what I do is green juice, but we'll get to that. So I want you to think for a second, and I want you to take that home. And you know, the thing that's so interesting is that food is so important, and people think it's tough. I believe it's the easiest thing to incorporate. We're going to eat anyway. It's not a new activity. It's not like going to the gym. I mean, I have a gym membership. I mean, I blew my knee out, so I do have a little bit of excuses. But I've been to the gym twice since January. I pay every month, but I eat every day. So what happened to me was I found this lifestyle. Prior to the lifestyle, I was filled with inflammation. I have lost 28 pounds. I've dropped 2 to 4 sizes. I run and I skip and I do cartwheels with my grandchildren, and I live this lifestyle of alkalinity and high raw. So I want you to close your eyes for a second, and I want you to think about something that is important enough to you that it makes your heart sing, that you're willing to adopt this lifestyle. Just think about it. Okay, open your eyes. I hope that you will take that image of what makes your heart sing and use it to become relentless enough to stay with me in the land of gratitude. Because it's the land of gratitude where really good choices are made, and more important than that, it's the land of gratitude where miracles are created. Because when we are in this space together, what we bring to the universe, into the world, has reached that so far beyond us that miracles happen and lives will be touched that we will never know. But in all honesty, isn't that what we really want for our own legacy? So I want to thank you for your time, and I want to, again, hope that you'll go back to that vision of what makes your heart sing, that's important enough to get you into a relentless state of mind where you'll make good choices, where 80% of what you put in your body will be alkaline, so that together we can change the world. And for me, to you, I want to wish you nothing less than extreme health and gratitude. Thank you.